If I had one of these during your revolution, you would be speaking the King's English.
I was shooting 6-round strings at a target 15 yards distant that allowed 2 Mozambique drills per string. I was in no hurry. I was working with a new carbine, a new trigger, and a new sight that I had quickly zeroed before filming. The operating handle on the high-point carbine is on the left side, while the ejection port is on the right side. If you are a right-handed shooter, the operating handle will be coming back at your face at a pretty good clip when firing while ejecting shells way to your right. If you are a left-handed long gun shooter, as I am, what the charging handle does is no concern, because it is on the left side of the body. Spent shell ejection, however, is to the right, as it would be on most long guns set up for right-handed operation. As a left-handed operator, the angle of shell ejection and hot gases could be a concern. It is not pleasant to be hit in the face with hot brass or hot gas residue. Obviously, eye protection should always be worn when operating any firearm. For me, since I am a right-hand dominant left-side shooter of long guns, magazine changes are performed by rotating the top of the high-point 1095 TS slightly outward from my body while holding the grip and pressing the firearm into my side. The trigger finger presses the magazine release button, while the strong hand strips the spent magazine out and feeds the fresh magazine into the magazine well. I have also found it easier for me to rotate the top of the firearm toward me until the operating handle is facing up slightly. Then, I'm over top with my working hand. In my case, this is my strong hand. Pull the charging handle slightly to the rear until I hear a click, the hold open lever being pulled down by the spring tension, and then quickly release the operating handle, trying not to ride the slide to release the bolt. The operating handle is not that easy to release regardless of the hand used. It is all a matter of knowing what the left and right hands need to do. The rubberized cheek rest has a rise to it at the front, and if my cheek is resting on that rise at the cheekbone, the sight is just at the right height for a very clear sight picture. Recoil is negligible, and the spring-loaded butt plate is actually doing something to contribute to buffering the small amount of felt recoil. The Hi-Point 1095 TS ran without a hitch. The trigger pull weight with a new sear spring really made the 1095 TS a bit more pleasurable to shoot. However, the trigger is still heavy and requires a bit more trigger finger than you may be used to. There is no just using the fingertip with this trigger. You need all of the trigger finger you can come up with. Thinking ahead and having experience with other Hi-Point carbines, a dab of blue thread locker was used on the operating bolt handle to prevent it from loosening while shooting. All in all, a Hi-Point 1095 TS made for a great day at the range.
To be prepared for war is the most effectual means of preserving peace. A free people ought not only to be armed, but disciplined.